Have you ever been asked to be a witness? Maybe it's a court of law. Maybe it's another situation where someone wants you to testify of what you saw or experienced. And in faith, in the Christian church, when we talk about being a witness, it's one of those things where people are very hesitant. And I think we're very hesitant because we don't really know what it means. I think it's intimidating and overwhelming because we think it means something that it doesn't mean. In Acts 1:8, Jesus said this. He said, "You will be my witnesses all over the world." You're going to go to Samaria and Judea and Jerusalem. You're going to go everywhere, to the ends of the world. And so he told this group of people that you're going to be witnesses. And they did. But we get so caught up when we see people, quote, witnessing from a Christian perspective, and we think, I don't want to be associated with that. Something doesn't seem right. So I want us to step back. I'm going to really try to shorten it for this video. And I want us to look at, what does it mean to witness? What's the definition? Especially the biblical definition. It's someone who sees or experiences something. And if this person shares what they've seen or experienced, then they're bearing witness. So you have to have seen it or experienced it. Not someone told you to say something, not something you think you're supposed to believe, not something that you've been taught by your parents or you read in a book, but something that you have seen, that you have experienced. That's what it means to be a witness. Now, it is a lot more, there's a lot more to that. And on Sunday morning, we went into the depths of that, different examples throughout Scripture of what it looks like to bear witness. But it can be summed up in that. It's someone who sees or experiences something from a first-person perspective, and then they share it, and that's called bearing witness. And usually it means something amazing. There are times when you're warning because you experienced or saw something and you're like, hey, be careful. That's being a witness as well. That's bearing witness. But usually it's something beautiful that you want to share. I was hiking right out of college. I'd finished college and I was hiking with my friend in Europe. And then I met someone, and she was from Norway. And we were hiking, me and my buddy were hiking through the Swiss Alps. And it was unbelievably beautiful. And she said, "This is nice, but it's nothing like my home in Norway." And I was thinking, come on. Like, I live in Southern California. It's pretty beautiful. But this is the freaking Swiss Alps. So we took her up on it. Took a train, took a long time to get there. She lived in this little village town called Andalsnes in Norway. She was right. She bore true witness. It was amazing. I can't even do justice to explain it, but I try all the time. When I know someone's going to Europe or when they talk about something beautiful, I can't help but go back to that moment when I saw the fjords and I saw the trees and the greenery coming up the sides and I saw the little houses and the sun shining, and I thought, is there anything more beautiful than this? I saw it with my own eyes. I experienced it by being there for a few days, and I bear witness to that. That's an example of being a witness. One time I was coaching Little League Baseball, and the team that was against us, one of our friends hit the ball so far that in center field at Vista Bahia in San Clemente, it went over these trees that were at least 50 feet tall. So not only did it go over the fence, but the 50-foot trees behind it went over them. And it was so amazing that I thought maybe I didn't see it correctly. Maybe my mind was playing tricks on me. So I had to look at the other people to confirm that what I saw was what I saw. And so, he's one of our friends. We see him around every once in a while, and his dad. And I will bear witness to what I saw. And I can do that confidently. It doesn't scare me because I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. And so when we talk about being a witness, it's not that hard. It's when we start stretching outside of that definition that it becomes intimidating. It becomes wrong because you can't bear witness to something that you didn't see or experience. You can share that someone else is witnessing this, and you could even do the research on that. But ultimately, you can't really bear witness as an eyewitness. So what does this mean for us? We only have to bear witness for what we've seen. That should be freeing. That should be a weight off of your shoulders, because in the Christian church, it's been twisted and tweaked, and it's this task that we have to do that we're unqualified for. And the way it's been done, we are unqualified to do it. We're concerned that we don't know enough. We need to have more to be a witness. That has nothing to do with it. You don't become a witness by reading. You have to experience it. Now, we'll talk about that in the upcoming weeks. You can be a witness of the evidence. But in the strictest terms, what we're talking about for witness is that you see and experience something, it's amazing, and you tell people about it. Boom, done, end of story. And think about this. A witness, especially in a court of law, which in the Bible, that term is used often in a court of law. You're invited to witness. We think of witnesses having to get in people's faces and share things that they don't want to hear. You're invited into witnessing. If you're not, then you shouldn't be doing it. Now, there are times where love compels you because you know someone, you're invested, they're invested in you, and you love them so much that you want to share this with them, or you want to warn them because of something that you've witnessed. But it's love, and there's no confusion, and the door is wide open because grace has opened the door to that. And we don't share opinions. That's not witnessing. We can't share our thoughts, our theology, I think this. That's not witnessing. In fact, that convolutes the witnessing. So I'm going to give you an assignment for this week, and it's the scariest prayer. So think about it before you pray it. But I think that at the end of it, at the end of the week, you'll be amazed at what God does by you being pulled into this. This is the prayer. Pray it every day in the morning for 7 days. There's no magic to do it in the morning, afternoon, whatever. It's just this constant prayer saying, Lord, Father, give me an opportunity to be a witness of what I've seen you do in my life or in the life of others. What I've witnessed, give me an opportunity to share that. We don't go charging through and pushing through blockades and barriers to share that. We're either invited in or love compels us. But when you pray that prayer, when you're expectant and you're looking, those opportunities will come up. And then, well, I'm not going to try to explain to you what happens. You'll see it yourself. And it's good. God bless. Can't wait to hear some of the stories.